Hey guys, what's up? It's JB Illusion, and I apologize. As you can tell, the rapture is here. So, I told the angels we gotta do this real quick. So, oh man, yeah, I don't really know how I could maybe, fix this issue. I was thinking about, pulling up the blinds, but then again, it might even be more light on me. So, I'm trying to, avoid that, if you couldn't tell. So what's going down is we are going to be finishing Gobbett's story mission. This is going to be short. I apologize yet again. But don't worry, because you will get another episode after this that will talk about Isabel's story mission. It'll open that up for you, and I'm sure it will be fun. I also apologize because I do not think we are going to be doing a ton of talking with Duncan. Mostly because that's going to be just a talky segment, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't like 45 minutes of just straight exposition. There's Isabel. What's good, girl? Let's talk to a lovely Miss Gobbett. I did say I was going to tell you guys how we equipped everyone. I don't know if I did in the next video, so let's just do that really quick. We went straight up Predator. At the end, Ares now has a laser cannon, or Raptor's Joan Koshiri now has a Ares heavy laser cannon. I don't know if Raptor just saw that laser cannon from the previous, turn myself up just a little bit, from the previous, mission at Ares and just said, well, I could make it better. So he might have did that. I might be too loud. I apologize, but I'm just having a weird day. Pretty much we set him up for ranged because we really don't need a close combat person since we have a Red Samurai. We went straight up Red Samurai before I went with ghoul abilities, and I actually really liked it. But I wanted to try out, what we get off of, Red Samurai. Red Samurai Whirlwind. I like this. It hits all targets around him, plus 2 damage. Cannot do AP damage, which kind of sucks, but hey, it's not bad. We went with Lethal Force, and our boy Duncan now has a Shawase Magnet Arm. Basically, fun fact, Duncan, when we were kids, apparently we joked about him getting a cyber arm just because it was cool. Like most kids do. Jax's arms from Mortal Kombat are actually also really, really cool and awesome. And it will throw back incoming grenades. I love that. We hit Isabel up with espionage just because, well, why would we go for the other stuff? We need her actually Matrix ready. You know what I mean? She also has a Jolt arm. It'll wake her up just in case anything bad happens. And we ended Territoriality with an augmented haste spell. Basically, it makes you... It increases your aim while putting haste on you. I like it. I like getting more bang for my buck, so it's awesome. Boop. Now let's talk to Gobbett and find out what she feels about this. Stepping into Gobbett's cabin, you can find her crouching on the floor. She appears to be midway through a valiant struggle against an enormous pastry. Her cheeks bulge out like chipmunks, and wispy threads of pork floss hang from her crumb-specked lips. She glances up at you, her eyes wide with alarm. Her jaw works to manage the enormous quantity of crispy dough in her mouth, but she doesn't seem to be making much headway. Just concentrate on eating, Gobbett. We can talk when you're done. Bitten off more than you can chew, huh? Yeah? She struggles to move her jaw, but her mouth is stuffed too full for her to make much headway. She gestures feebly towards the pitcher of water on the ground near your feet. What will you give me for it? Oh, no, we're not gonna be like that. Just hand her the pitcher. Oh, we should have, though, been that jerk. Hollywood is that type of guy, though. She tilts back the pitcher and sucks down its contents. As the water pours into her mouth, she's slowly able to work through the food stored in her cheeks. Finally, she lowers the pitcher of water, coughing. Okay, yeah, note to self. The pastry terrace on Prince Edward Road makes them dry. She takes another swig from the pitcher, grimacing. Moist cream apple and jelly trotter, my ass. That thing was like a dessert made of pig. Oh. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to cram the entire thing into your mouth at once. I was challenging myself for science. And it wasn't the whole pastry, it was just half of one. She lifts her main pastry for your inspection. The pork floss that coats its exterior looks almost festive. It's more reminiscent of beige, curly tinsel than it is of food. You want the rest? Sure, I'll take it. She blinks in surprise. Really? Sure then. It's all yours. Here, catch. She tosses the remaining pastry to you. It sails through the air, glistening suggestively. How do you glisten suggestively? In the dim cabin light. We'll catch it. You snatch the flying pork brick, nice, out of the air. It's surprisingly dense, with a heft roughly equivalent to that of a softball. Eat it. You raise the pastry to your lips and take a bite. I hope we have to make like some type of check during this. Seconds later, you can feel all of the moisture in your mouth evaporate. Gobbett wasn't lying. This thing is dry. The flavor is surprisingly palatable, though. Nice. She blinks at you in astonishment. Huh. I can't believe you ate that. I'm impressed. If I ever get another of those again, I'm gonna let it sit in a bowl of condensed milk for at least a half an hour before I try putting it in my mouth. That might help. I don't know. Reconstitute it? I guess? I don't know. It might work. Anyway, you probably want to talk about what happened on the raft, huh? I think that in your place I would. Let's talk about what happened. Yeah, we can do that. First off, I should thank you. You and Iz came to help me, even though I didn't ask you to, or want you to. Actually, maybe I should be upset about that. But the important thing is that you did help me. I'm not going to say that I couldn't have handled it without you, but it would have been really, really dicey. You can say that again. The situation on that raft was pretty bad. I don't think that you could have done much, Gobbett, not after seeing that Malvina had turned the lower level into. You can say that again. The situation on the raft was pretty bad. She nods grimly. Yeah, it was definitely that. On the bright side, we overthrew Malvina and put the raft back in Cad's hands. That feels pretty great. And the shiny object is at the bottom of Hung Home Bay, lodged in a bank of silt and crab shit. That's pretty much where it belongs. But I've got to admit, something is gnawing at me. Before you and Iz showed up, I was going to sink the raft. I'd gotten halfway through arming the charges, and I was going to send the whole sinking ship down in flames. Everyone on it would have died. Cad and Yasmin, all of them. All because I made up my mind early and didn't want to change it. Really? So you learned a thing or two, oh teacher. Kinda makes me think how many times before now I've done what seemed like the right thing, you know? Followed my gut like I taught you, without realizing that there was a better option. The whole introspection thing kinda sucks, I've gotta say. She looks up at you, scowling. It's much more comforting to just assume that all of my past decisions were right. Sure it is. It's intellectually dishonest, but it's definitely comforting. Damn straight. She bites her lower lip. Yeah, you know, Seattle, you aren't helping my mood any. I'm kind of having a tough time over here. She begins to pace, kicking piles of dirty clothes and blankets out of the way. Thrusting her hands into her pockets, she fishes out madness and folly and tosses them down onto her cot. I don't do this very often. Reflecting is for mirrors, not devastatingly attractive street shamans. I don't know how you hand-wringers deal with it feeling this way. It's pretty simple. We acknowledge our mistakes and our near misses, and we own up to them. Okay, I pretty much got that step covered. What's next? What comes after this? After you've suffered through your embarrassment for a little while, you try to learn something from it. I could be a complete jerk and be like, am I teaching you a lesson now, Gobbett? Is there some role reversal going on here? Actually, you know what? Role reversal's a little too much. If I click this path, I'd have to put Gone Sexual in the title. I'm sorry I had to make that joke. Boop. Huh? Your way is boring, Seattle, and it's complicated. And it comes with way too many bad feelings. She scowls, but yeah, I get it. There's probably even some value there. I'm never going to start second-guessing everything I do, though. That just isn't me. Maybe you could start second-guessing some things when the new information presents itself just a little bit? What a novel concept. Yes, Seattle, I can do that. And I will from now on. Cross my heart. Anyway, things turned out the way they did. I don't know what might have happened if we'd tried to do something different, but there's one thing I can say for certain. Things are better in Hong Hong Bay when they were before we went to the sinking ship. We did some good out there. That's something. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, dear Gobbett. Oh, actually, there are two things that I can say for certain. I think that Rat is happy that the shiny object is gone. She fishes in her pocket for a few seconds, then produces a chunk of stone the size of a marble. It appears to be made of the same marbled red jade that the shiny object was. Check it out! She gave me a present! Where did that come from, Gobbett? From Rat. Like I said, she literally gave it to me. Put it right in the palm of my hand. I had a vision. It had colorful lights, dancing rodents, the works. And when the world came back into focus, I was holding this magic marble. She tosses the stone into the air and catches it with her other hand. Neat, huh? Yeah, neat. Now, I don't know quite how it works yet, but I'm sure that it does something. I mean, it has to, right? Rat wouldn't give me a normal rock. She's a trickster and all, but that'd be mean. So mark my words, the next time we're in the field, something magical is going to happen. I mean, literally magical. It'll be a journey of self-discovery for both of us. I'll be looking forward to that. Me too. And, thank you, Seattle. I really, really mean that. You can fly by my side anytime. So how are you adjusting to the gift of Rat? Or the shiny object, or whatever is giving it to you. Her expression brightens. It's good! I mean, probably not like morally good, but I think that I can use it. What is it? What does it do? Well, it's kind of like a grenade. When I throw it, it goes boom. But not out here in the real world, but in the astral plane. It's pretty impressive. As for what it actually does, it scares the shit out of anyone who gets caught in the blast. Makes them act like idiots. They run around with their hands in the air, or forget about who's shooting at them, and stand around with their fingers in their ears. Handy, huh? Yeah, it sounds great. I'm just a little iffy about how you got this and why. Don't be. It came from Rat. I'm pretty sure of that. The dancing rodents in my vision were a pretty good indicator. She lets the stone roll in the palm of her hand, smiling. Its polished exterior glitters as it moves. So, here's the thing. When I use this thing, what I think I'm doing is opening a bunch of temporary cracks in the astral plane. Which is how Malvina got possessed by, I'm guessing, thousands of weird rat spirits. Just little ones, only wide enough for sounds to pass, though. People in the blast radius can hear things from the other side. So let's say that I throw this sucker at someone and it goes off. Boom! All of a sudden, that poor slob can hear the things that got into Malvina shrieking in his brain. Okay. That does sound like a very good... That sounds unpleasant. Yeah, it's a bad time for them. All those voices at once yelling and babbling and cursing, doing the Rat King thing? It'd drive you nuts, right? That's basically what it does, drives people mad. Makes them work against their own self-interest. It's like temporary insanity in pebble form. If you say so, I'd be wary of using anything that might be connected to the shiny object. You know what? Screw it. Use it all the time. As long as you're comfortable with using this thing, I'm all for it. How many did Rat give you? That's the best part. After I use one of these and go to bed, I find one in my hand the next morning. I've tried it a couple of times now, and it keeps happening. Toss, explode, nap, visions of dancing rats, and ta-da! A new magic pebble. Using this feels right, in a way that the shiny object never did. I think that it's Rat's reward to me for taking Malvina down or something. I don't know exactly. I never heard of this happening to anyone before. Anyway, it should help us moving forward, and considering what we're up against next, I think that we can use all the help we can get. Alright, Gobbett. We've finally gotten back on track. So got another lesson for me? No, Seattle, no more lessons. You don't need them. You're as much a runner as I am now. There might even be a thing or two that I can learn from you. All of that can wait, though. You've got this whole situation with the walled city and your foster dad and gun show and all of that to take care of. It's kind of more a mouthful. Lots of players involved. Tons of intrigue. Honestly, I'm enthralled by the whole thing. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Me either, Gobbett. Guess we'll just see how this plays out together. She nods sagely. You're damn right we will. Oh, in Seattle. Yeah? The pot on the hot plate? It's always full. I keep a soup going on that thing 24/7. If you ever want any, you're welcome. Just come on in. I'd love the company. You got it, Gobbett. I'll be here with bells on. Leave him off. The jingling might scare Folly. There was this terrible incident at a Christmas pageant once, and, well, she gives you a sly smile. She bites. And now, Seattle, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna crash out for the night, maybe sleep through tomorrow, and get up when the sun goes down. That sounds nice right about now. Yeah, tell me about it. Still smiling, she waves you off with the back of her hand. Scurry along now. Your former mentor needs her rest. Alright, guys, that was the end of Gobbett's story mission. Very, very interesting. I like it. And I love Gobbett as a character. I think that she's very interesting and really cool. So, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye now.